Sarah has always been the kind of person who does things her own way. She's bold, confident, and never afraid to stand out. Whether in her career or personal life, she has built a reputation for being fearless and unapologetic. But recently, some of her bikini photos have sparked a heated discussion. These aren't just regular beachside snapshots. They've raised eyebrows, sparked debates, and left people questioning where the line is between confidence and controversy. The images show Sarah in a way that some find empowering, while others argue they push the limits of what's appropriate, even for adults. Supporters say these photos are a statement of self-love and body positivity. They believe Sarah is breaking barriers in a world that often pressures people, especially women, to fit into unrealistic standards. To them, she's showing that confidence isn't something to be hidden, it's something to be celebrated. Fans have praised her for standing tall against judgment and embracing who she is without fear, but not everyone sees it that way. Critics argue that while confidence is great, there's a fine line between self-expression and overexposure. They feel that Sarah's photos aren't just about showing off a bikini, they're designed to provoke, to stir reaction, and maybe even to push social boundaries. Some worry that with the internet's wide reach, these images could send the wrong message, especially to younger audiences who may struggle to understand the difference between self-confidence and seeking validation online. Social media reactions have been all over the place. Some people can't stop praising Sarah for her fearlessness. They see her as an icon who refuses to let society dictate what she should wear or how she should present herself. Others, however, feel that these photos are more about grabbing attention than making a meaningful statement. The debate isn't just about Sarah. It's about a larger conversation surrounding social media, personal branding, and the impact of provocative content on public perception. One of the biggest arguments from supporters is that if someone can wear a bikini at the beach without judgment, why should it be any different when those photos are posted online? They argue that confidence doesn't need to be censored, and that people should have the freedom to express themselves however they choose. But critics counter that context matters. They believe there's a difference between personal photos, shared with close friends, and highly stylized images meant for millions to see. Some worry that when bold imagery crosses a certain line, it stops being about empowerment and starts being about shock value. There's also the issue of how these types of images influence others. In a world where social media plays a huge role in shaping self-image, some fear that overly curated, provocative photos set unrealistic expectations. While Sarah may be comfortable in her skin, not everyone is, and constant exposure to such content can make some people feel pressured to meet a certain standard, whether it's in looks, confidence, or lifestyle. On the flip side, others believe that these images actually help break down those pressures by encouraging people to embrace their true selves without fear of judgment. At the heart of this debate is a question that doesn't have a clear answer. Where should the line be drawn? Should people be able to post whatever they want, whenever they want, without concern for how it's perceived? Or should there be some level of responsibility when sharing content that reaches a massive audience? Sarah's situation highlights how the internet has blurred the boundaries between private expression and public scrutiny. The same platforms that allow for self-expression also open the door for criticism, and that's something every public figure must navigate. Regardless of where people stand on this issue, one thing is certain: Sarah has captured attention and she isn't backing down. Whether you see her as a trailblazer or someone pushing limits too far, there's no denying that she's sparked a conversation that's bigger than just her photos. It's about how society views confidence, what's considered acceptable in the digital age, and how social media continues to shape the way we see ourselves and each other. So, what do you think? Are Sarah's photos a bold statement of self-expression, or do they cross the line into something else? This conversation is far from over, and everyone has a perspective worth hearing. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this discussion going. And if you found this topic interesting, Make sure to subscribe for more stories that challenge the way we think. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.